6, affectionately known as KJ, out of Tucker, Georgia, won the 200. Back in 2022 in the outdoors, that broke an 11-year school record for Tech at 20:41. Can he do that here in the first of 4 heats? 6 in each heat, except heat number 2 will have 5 runners, starting the men's 200. And all gearing up for Championship Saturday.
To get to Championship Saturday, you got to qualify on Thursday in the 200. Judson Lincoln out in lane 8 is leading, but to his inside.
That's Tillman as expected, Norm. Look at this race by Tillman. Looks like Lincoln still out in front. White on the inside, too. It is Judson Lincoln, like we saw in the indoors in the 400. Getting it done at the 200 in heat number 1 at 20:64.
Yep, just a little bit off of his season's best. 20:63 officially. KJ second, 20:83. And then McDonough of Pittsburgh runs a really nice race for him. 21:03. There is Lincoln. Again, he's also got the 400 and the 4x4 all ahead. So this is the first of likely 5 races for him this weekend. KJ really put the heat on him early, making Judson have to work a little bit harder than maybe he wanted to. But very nice race also in third for McDonough. That time of 21:10 may be enough. We'll have to wait and see. Again, there are 4 heats at a 200, so it's just a winner and the next 4 best times. So it's a tough task to advance if you're third. Mathematically, it's working against you, but 21:10 might be enough. There's all those qualifying times. The Virginia athletes probably not advancing, but Virginia was not expected to score any points in this event, so that's not too much of an upset to their team plans. Here's Cameron Rose, who we talked about, the fastest time coming in. Cameron is ranked 25th in the nation. This is an unusual year where we don't have a top ACC 200-meter runner at this point, not headed to the Nationals. But Cameron found a way to do it indoors, and he has been the leading Tiger sprinter those past couple of years. He's a senior now.
And he is our defending champion here in the outdoors. So can he replicate what he did in the indoors, to your point, here in Atlanta? That cut time, by the way, as you were referencing, is at 20:38 by Max Thomas of
so
South
he really
Carolina.
has to run a 1/10 of a second faster to make the cut line. But as we said, a tenth of a second is sometimes a tall order in the 200. They got good conditions, though, and it might work.
Thorogood was 4th in the 200 at the ACC indoors up in Boston. Hussey as well in this with a seed time at 20:85 at the Virginia Challenge. But we'll focus on the defending champ here in Rose. On the outside, left side of your screen.
We've had some wind at time. Right now, the American flag is dead still.
And Hussey trying to contend stride for stride with Rose.
Hussey
Rose still out in front.
Hussey is running really well.
Yeah, part of that 4x4, 4x1 teams. Can Hussey hang on here? Here's Kidd as well. It's going to be Hussey or Rose, but Rose with a surge, out-kicking Hussey, and gets it in the second heat, coming in close to 20:92 for the defending champ Rose.
And I think Kidd of Clemson came up for third.
Yeah, he looked good there for Clemson.
Yeah, not as fast as third place in the previous heat. So I would think Rose and Hussey, though, are in great shape. Very good race for Hussey. Rose was within himself, 20:92. Like I said, he ran 20:48 earlier this year. So
Hussey got off really clean here, Norm.
He did, and got up to the dry face without forcing it too much. And then his arms are strong. He's in good shape. I think he knows up to right about here that he was winning the heat, and he of course knew how good Cameron Rose was. So very nice job. Pittsburgh and Clemson probably advancing to the final out of heat number 2.
Remember, Rose beat his teammate DeAndre Anderson. The ACC indoors we called up in Boston. So Rose outlegs Hussey. Kind of a hometown race for him out of South Gwinnett High School, close to Griffin Track here. Kidd taking third, as Norm mentioned, a strong race from Daniel Kidd at 21:29. So 2 heats in the books, 2 more to go. So we'll transition to heat number 3. And as mentioned, the guy that I just teach, DeAndre Anderson, is mentioned second of the ACC indoors in this event. The native of Jamaica will be contending in the third heat in lane number 7.
Yeah, Anderson has the fastest time coming in heat number 3. On the inside, Pittsburgh has another 200-meter runner to offer a challenge. This one's Darren McQueen. He's a sophomore for the Panthers. He's run 20.99. So we also have a third athlete in this heat under 21 seconds coming in. That's Ali Diaby of Virginia Tech, a junior for the Hokies. But we're looking at Anderson right now. He'll be in lane 7. The senior for the Tigers, DeAndre Anderson, the best of 20.54 this spring.
And Diaby's in lane number 6. Singleton Jr. as Georgia Tech hosting in lane number 5. You have Morgan and McQueen in lanes 3 and 4 respectively. Dungy Day is on the outside as well. This is heat number 3 of 4. See what the freshman from Duke can do on the outside on the start. We're nestled here in the men's 200-meter prelims if you're just tuning in. All gearing up for Championship Saturday, part of day 1 of our coverage with our great crew here at Griffin Track.
This is heat 3 of 4. Winner of each heat and the next 4 fastest qualify.
See Anderson right now for Clemson with a strong start. See if he can take this wire to wire. Diaby trying to contend for second as well. Singleton, the freshman from Georgia Tech. Strong kicking here by Anderson. And it's going to be all DeAndre Anderson in heat number 3.
With Diaby second.
The 2 guys that we were expecting, close to 1 and 2. DeAndre Anderson selling just like his fellow Clemson Tiger did. Cameron Rose in the previous heat at 20.78 Norman, heat number 3.
Yep, right now I think the bubble time would probably be about 21:10. That was the third place in the first heat. I don't think the 21:18 will make it, but Anderson and Diaby likely to get in with those times. Really good first 100, but then even better second 100 for Anderson, coming off the turn with power and confidence. So the senior from Clemson will join his teammate Cameron Rose in the final.
So congrats there to DeAndre Anderson of Clemson. Right now looking like that qualifying time, 21:18. Eric Singleton Jr. of Georgia Tech just squeaking in there right now. There's the Anderson Diaby. Singleton, as mentioned, finishing 3rd in that heat. He's right on the cusp, though, of advancing to Championship Saturday. We will see if he will be there with the 4th and final heat of the men's 200-meter upcoming. Look at Ezra Mellinger of Duke, the senior.
Mellinger was a great surprise at the ACC indoor meet. He made the podium with a 3rd place finish in the indoor 200, and that hadn't been done by a Duke guy since probably Dave Sim making the Olympic team in 1956. The other surprising story for Mellinger, the Pennsylvania native, he was primarily a jumper his first few years here at Duke, and then he's always run the sprints to train for the jumps, but now it's kind of turned around where he's training primarily for the 200 meters. And here's Cone of Florida State. He's been a great runner for the Seminoles for years. Here in heat 4, he's got lane 4. His best time 20.79. Mellinger's time 20.78. So it should be a really good duel between Cone in lane 4 and Mellinger in lane 7.
Yeah, 6th in the 200 last year for Ishmael at 21.06. So I expect Florida State, lane number 4, as mentioned, Mellinger as well from Ronx-PA. Back in 2021, to your point, he was quite the accomplished long jumper, a second-team All-ACC competitor in 21, also last year as well. So we'll focus on Kone and Mellinger here in this one. Jalen Gordon for Miami, a senior, also in this final heat. Singleton Jr. 21.18, right at that last qualifying spot for Saturday for that top 8.
Mellinger out well in 7. He's already ahead of Parker of NC State. Mellinger running very well. Can Cone get up close to him? The answer is probably yes.
Comes Kone. Good turn there to the last 50. Can Mellinger hang on? It looks like it's going to be Ishmael Kone.
Kone.
Bob Raymond's team. And he's on to Championship Saturday. 20.68 for Kone, but Mellinger looked strong throughout that one as well. 20.89. That will get him onto Saturday's final as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if you're under 21, you're going to make it. We'll get the official bubble time soon, but certainly sub 21's in. And oh, the fall! Look at that, and that is Joannis of the senior from Florida State in lane 6. Tough break for him. The momentum is taking over. He's just rolling. All right, here comes Kone. He's rolling in his own on lane 4, taking away from Mellinger in the last 50 meters.
Hopefully, Joannis is okay.
Looks most likely like a hamstring.
We saw that at the end of the indoors as well. Don't want to see too many of those injuries, or really any at all. But it is Kone. Heat number 4 going to championship Saturday, the men's 200 meter. Mellinger second. Jalen Gordon is not going to get there and qualify. It looks like Georgia Tech Singleton falls out as well, thanks to what Mellinger did in this heat.
And we called it right in heat 1. McDonough of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is the last one in at 21:10. Sometimes I just get lucky.
Yeah, you're spot on, Norm, with all the prep that you do. McDonough gets in a pit as mentioned. So does Diaby. Cameron Rose, the defending champ.
Water charger pun daya jadi sih. Mo